Hello, my name is Codemaster Jamal and I'm an indie game developer. I am best known for my 3D monster collecting game Virtual Monsters and my 2D RPG fan game Dragon Ball Z Ultimate End. Up until now, I've primarily made devlogs and tutorials on this channel. I would like to see my channel as a place where anyone can learn how to make video games, and as such, I try to make very beginner friendly tutorials. This isn't entirely a tutorial, but rather a lecture or general talk about computer programming. I made a video before where I talked about how video games work, and I focused around the programming aspect of the game loop. I also described how the game loop can be both technical and figurative at the same time. Well, in this video lecture, I'd like to spend some time discussing the topic about data, or data, tomato, it doesn't really matter how you pronounce it. For all of the new programmers out there, they probably don't need to understand much of this concept because of how advanced technology is, but at the same time, it's also a great thing to understand the fundamentals and rudimentary concepts, especially if you're working in the computer science field, engineering, or something related to it. A part of being a programmer, much like being an artist or a musician, is understanding the programmer's language. In today's video, I would like to discuss the topic about data. Understanding data is a way of getting closer to becoming a programmer, and more importantly, it's one step closer to learning how to think like a programmer, and to talk like a programmer, and overall be a programmer. I think it's virtually impossible for me to cover every piece of detail related to data in one video, but I will try my best to cover all of the material in this video. This is also why you will come to understand in your journey as a programmer to watch multiple videos, read multiple books, because people can interpret things differently and we all have different learning styles. The more information that is available to you, the better. You can often use the internet as an encyclopedia in hopes that it will guide you towards the best possible answers for whatever situation or problem that you need to solve. I hope after watching this video, you will have a broader understanding about data and how it works with technology, communication, and programming. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. What is data by Codemaster Jamal? Data can be defined in a number of ways. Depending on the specific field, it can have a number of different definitions. Data, simply put, can be facts, statistics, and other important characteristics about a person, place, or thing. Data can also be information that is assumed about a given subject or noun. With this in mind, data is the basis for most logical and rational thinking. The lack of data is said to be the basis for most irrational thinking and behavior. Data is also the foundation of most decision making. In terms of computer science, which is what this channel mainly focuses on, data can be defined as raw material. Data consists of facts, which are often categorized in the form of numbers, characters, words, images, and sound. Scent can also be a form of data as well. Facts alone mean nothing until they are paired with other facts and thus form context, which is further used to explore and understand data. This is a form of data processing that we do with our minds cognitively. Data can be represented in a number of ways. Computers themselves understand data through the use of binary. This is the representation of ones and zeros. These ones and zeros are known as bits, and when you put 8 bits together, it forms a byte. Bytes are then used to form different letters of the alphabet, different numbers, and so on and so forth. This leads to the ASCII table, which is an established ruling for byte patterns. You can picture binary as light bulbs, and when the switch is flipped on, it's a 1, and when it's flipped off, it's a 0. In today's time, I don't think it's necessarily important to memorize all of the byte patterns, but there's literally a table you can look up for reference just in case you might need it one day. They've also made it a rule within technology for everyone who manufactures computers to make sure that they use the exact same table, as this table can be used between different languages, and there's obviously more than one type of language. And basically this is so that the entire world, even though yes, we're speaking different languages, we're speaking English, French, Japanese, Spanish, German, Arabic, Italian, there's a lot of different languages out there. There's even con languages. But basically, even though we're all speaking different languages, all computers are all speaking the same language. That's the point of the whole ASCII table. So even though, yes, we're communicating today in English, you might even be in a different country watching this video. But the only reason why we're able to talk to each other is because our computers are speaking the same language. Our machines understand code. And basically, that's why we're able to communicate with each other. That's why we have the internet. It's very cool, and thinking about it, you probably didn't even realize that this video you're watching is a stream that is made out of bytes. It's very cool once you really get into it. So finally, now that we've reached the end of the video, can you give us a basic idea of what data is? As defined by myself, data is the smallest that we can break down information given to us. Data, when collected, processed, or compressed, can form objects, files, and a number of different things. It's very fascinating, but it's merely the beginning of understanding computers. For example, this video that I'm making right now can be compressed into something known as a .mp4, which is a form of video which also processes moving pictures, pictures within pictures, and sound, basically. But this file itself is made up of bytes, and essentially this is what happens when you compress data, is that it forms files. We have things such as image files, which can go into JPEGs, .gifs, PNGs. That's what data turns into. It's not necessarily where data comes from, but that's what happens when data is compressed into different objects. The fortunate part about programming in today's time is that half the time you just need to understand a programming language in order to get started with programming. However, it isn't until you dig deeper into the meaning and understanding of computers that you will begin to understand how the programming really works, and thus boost your abilities as a programmer. Understanding data on the smallest level will help you understand data on a large scale. While it's not entirely needed to begin your journey as a programmer, it's good to understand the basic concept of data, because as a programmer, you will be manipulating data at your leisure. Manipulating data is how you form programs, and of course, there will be a myriad of different programs that you can create. Well, I think this will be it for now. If you would like to see more videos like this on the channel, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. You can also leave a comment below if you would like me to talk about a specific subject. Thanks for watching. Keep making games. Till next time, this is Codemaster Jamal, and I'm signing out.